Hello everybody, welcome back. This is I'm your man back once again to cast some great Starcraft 2 for you today. I bring you a game from /r/cast it on the map Metalopolis. We have here in the far left hand corner position, we have the red Zerg, Brobye. And in the right hand position, the blue Terran player. He's been on my stream before. It is killerKoala. And killerKoala with one of the most ridiculous SCV patrolling patterns I have ever seen in my entire life. But anyway, killerKoala, no stranger to my stream. Oh, actually, I do like that a lot. I just realized what that was. He was scouting because the Overlord would be getting there around this time on his side of the map, right? If Zerg was here, the Overlord would have been there and he would have known. So actually a very heads-up play there by killerKoala despite my ignorance. It looks like killerKoala is going to be the first to scout. A pretty early scout, actually, if I didn't know better. And it'll be interesting to see if he's up to anything or if he's just going for an early scout. Looks like actually no barracks is on the way, and an engineering bay is going to block this hatchery here. And that is going to be a big pain for the 15 hatching Zerg. And it looks like the Zerg saw it, or at least got an idea. Yeah, he saw it with this Overlord here, and he is going to go ahead and throw down that spawning pool. Very cocky move by the Terran, but at the same time, that's so annoying as a Zerg. It actually just happened to me in a game earlier today, and it throws you off pretty bad, actually, if you're not too prepared. So it looks like now the Terran will go up here and scout Brobye, hanging out here in the middle of the map. Will he fast expand to the gold? Please tell me that he fast expands to the gold. And it looks like killerKoala does want to start his teching process. And what will he do here? Will he go command center first? Yes, he will. 400 minerals in the bank. There it is. Bam shabam. 400. There's a command center. And looks like there's going to be a hatchery at the gold here. Will this SCV spot? He will not. So it actually looks like the Zerg player is going to get away with this if that's what he chooses to do. Very greedy opening here from killerKoala, dropping this engineering base, setting himself back a little bit, dropping now the command center. And if I know killerKoala correctly, this will be anything but a standard game. 2 refineries before barracks, standard. And the Zerg going ahead and throwing down now that gold expo. And the 2 Lings are out now, and it'll be a while before they get that engineering bay down. But the Zergling speed is on the way, and Zerg, if this gold gets up and gets finished, excuse my camera work, he'll be in an okay position, and it'll just be a little more challenging to hold than you normally would. Engineering bay is going to get cancelled here, more than likely, yes. 94 minerals have been saved, and the barracks is now on the way. And the engineering bay, barracks wall off. This almost says to me planetary fortress here, and we're going to see mass ravens, because that's killerKoala for one. And 2, that's just what that signifies. It's actually exact same strategy literally just happened to me on the ladder. And I could not tell you how angry I was that that happened. Because I've casted killerKoala's games before, and I've said, killerKoala does this, I'm going to stop it. And no, believe it or not, you can't stop it. So the mass ravens that are going to come in here in a minute are going to piss off Brobye. Guaranteed 100%. Brobye is getting the scout off, and he should see that this is morphing into a planetary fortress. He is going to get an SCV for free. That's pretty good for him there. But the factory is also on the way here. And I'll be interested to see if Brobye scouts this, because scouting this early enough is very critical to the success of the build. And what do we have going on here? The barracks is going to come out and start to make the wall. Wouldn't be surprised to see him make a wall of barracks right here. Not necessarily for a mineral dump, but mostly to stop any kind of baneling all-in. Because what beats this is a baneling all-in busting right down the front door. And would hurt him pretty badly, actually. But as it stands, the Zerg not in any position to be doing that. Looks like the Zerg is just droning up. He's got a fully saturated base there. Working on getting a fully saturated base over here. And both players in a pretty good position. The Zerg's income, however, vastly superior to that of his Terran opponent because of these gold minerals. And let's check out what is going on in the production tab. The starport is now underway here for killerKoala, and I feel bad for spoiling it, but at the same time, this is so killerKoala style. There will be multiple starports here with tech labs as the thunder booms outside my window, if you could hear that. And more drones are transferred here. Going to get that income up even further. And looks like fully saturated gold base there, so very nicely done by Brobye to adapt to that. But Brobye has no idea about this base, or about the status of killerKoala's base. The fact that there is probably going to be a Banshee coming in, and then probably followed up by a lot of Ravens, if I know him at all. The planetary fortress down here just screams that. What is going on here? Any Evo chambers up? 2 Evo chambers are on the way here for Brobye, so he will have enough spine crawlers, or spore crawlers I should say, to get the first wave of Banshees maybe. But it'll be interesting whether or not he can deal with that, and his tech path isn't on the right track to do so. Not a layer yet, not even started it yet actually, so we're a little ways away before he can adequately deal with that layer tech, or with that Raven Banshee tech. And Corvid Reactor is on the way, and nobody ever knows what Corvid Reactor is. Starting energy of Raven increased by 25. I have to check every once in a while too, just because it's so rare. We never see it. I also like the high-sec auto tracking. Going to get those auto turrets have a much longer range, as well as that planetary fortress down there. The planetary fortress secondary in that upgrade, but still benefits from it nonetheless. So don't knock it till you try it, type of thing. And it's still hard to imagine that Brobye has no idea. Brobye actually scouted it all. He knows there's a planetary down in his opponent's natural, and that probably means that his opponent's one of two things: bad, or doing something really weird. And we both know from the observer's position that killerKoala's not bad. This is really weird. And you'll meet this 1 out of 100 times on ladder, and today's Brobye's day. And unfortunately, Banelings aren't going to help him now that this nice little wall here is complete. 81 supply for Brobye, 46 for killerKoala, but that is before the tech gets going here for killerKoala. killerKoala supply blocked actually pretty hard, just now finishing up. And wouldn't be surprised to see our Zerg opponent here try to push out and do a little bit of damage. Viking is going to go Overlord hunting. Is it going to catch anything? Maybe it might catch this Overlord here. But 3 fully mining bases for the Zerg, one of which is the gold. He's at a pretty good position actually, economically. 71 harvesters. It's time for him to stop making drones and just make units, because you've seen the Terran on 2 bases. He's not taking a third, as you can see from the Overlord. Time to just make a ton of units. And looks like the Terran is just now finding out about this gold. Gonna come over here and gonna try to pick off maybe a worker or so. No. Great spine crawler positioning actually there by Brobye. +1/+1 is now about to finish for the red Zerg player. 40 lings are about to finish, but 3 starports are on the way. They're on the way. Going to bring them up to 4. Probably going to add a lot of tech labs there. And those are just going to mass produce Ravens. As you can see, the first one is there. Banshee is out on the map, and it's going to go attack Zerglings. That's not a good use of the Banshee. It's a pretty high banking angle. But +1 building armor is on the way for the Terran player. 3 spore crawlers going down in addition to the one that is there. Not the best control from Koala, taking a lot of unnecessary damage actually. Will he lose it? No. He is actually going to get a worker or so. Maybe 3. I'd like to see him focus fire with this Banshee on these drones right here. But any damage is good damage, they say. Might lose the Banshee here. That would be very critical error. No, gets out last second actually. So very well done there by him. 3 Ravens now on the way. That's really the crux of this build. Won't be surprised to see a 4th. There it is. 4 Ravens on the way, and looks like the Terran is going to want to move out and take his 4th. And 5 spore crawlers are on the way, probably all over the map. Let's see here. They did just finish all over the base. So a lot of drones have been lost in terms of spore crawlers. And it looks like an infestation pit is going down. Not a bad decision against a build that you have no idea that's coming. The Raven here very dead. Would like to see it get repaired here, but it almost looks like the Terran going to go into that macro mode where he's going to start throwing down a lot of planetary, not a lot of planetary fortresses. He's going to start throwing down a lot of orbital commands. Use the mules, or maybe even just a lot of planetary fortresses. Like I said, that way, you know, his bases are safe from any kind of run-bys. But wouldn't be surprised either way. We do now see the Seeker missile is now starting for the Terran player. Seeker missile. Big area of effect. It deals 100 damage to everything in a roll radius. very damaging attack. And you'll probably see it, because if I know Brobye at all, you'll certainly see it. And it looks like here, +2/+2, and Baleen speed is on the way for the Zerg player. Baleen speed not very good against Ravens, unfortunately. Spire's on the way. Spire's going to get eaten up by auto turrets, Hunter Seeker missile, and yeah, the Ravens in general are very good against the Mutalisks. But the Mutalisks are going to probably be on the way nonetheless. Wouldn't mind seeing some Corruptors, if they're controlled properly, come in and do a little bit of damage. Back out. And here comes a massive link run by, actually. Before there's too critical of a mass of Ravens. The Ravens not in the best position here. Actually moving away from the area. And the Lings are going to come in here, and they're going to get the surround on the Planetary Fortress. Here comes the Ravens with all the auto turrets. Is it actually going to be enough? It looks like the Zerglings are going to decide to run away here. No damage really being done. A lot of that energy on the Ravens wasted. And they're going to get the full surround on the natural, actually, and might cause this bunker to fall. It looks like the Planetary Fortress, though, does have a good healing being done, however, by the SCV. The SCVs did get a good jump on the problem. And they're going to run out of there, not doing a whole lot of damage. Check out the units lost tab. Zerg losing 2,625 minerals to the 481 loss of the Terran. That's what happens when you trade units that cost something for units that cost nothing. Cracklings are on the way. That crucial adrenal glands upgrade. As you can see, the spawning pool is freaking out. And +3/+3 is on the way for the Zerg player. These Lings have been chilling here the whole game. I'm so distracted by them. 3 bases is up, not running. Or the 4th, I should say. Wow, I'm sorry, I forgot the gold entirely. 4th base is up and running for the Zerg player here. And the 3rd base, slightly scathed, but not done for the blue Terran killerKoala. Actually, his income's got to be better than that as opponents. With mules, it's probably a little slightly worse than the Zergs. Looks like Terran, the Ravens, did push out here and scare off the Zerglings that have been standing there literally the entire game. And why not kill a Zergling with an auto turret when you have, what, 12 Ravens? I keep wanting to call them Banshees. And he's going to go auto turret for Zergling, and I think that's a fair trade for the auto turret every time. Big, massive Zerglings coming out here, 6 pages worth. And how many Zerglings does he have? 193. Keep that in mind, 193 Zerglings are out. Auto turrets are now being laid down here. And I really like the use of the point defense drone here. They are going to stop these Spore Crawlers from doing any damage at all, really. Zerglings are going to come in here and try to attack the natural. Zerglings might get up into the main. No. Going to find that there's nothing in the main for them. And these auto turrets are going to take out this 3rd base here at the gold. And nothing. Really any damage being done here by the Zerglings. Instead, all the damage is being done here by the auto turret. It's going to kill off this gold expansion. It will die. 60 Lings on the way, +3/+3 on the way. And this natural is actually holding its own for a lot longer than we all thought it would. However, the Lings are now starting to get us around, and the natural will fall more than likely. But there is a little bit of repair still going on, and actually all the Lings... Oh no, I thought they had a chance. All the Lings did perish. There was 193 Lings. Now there's just 70. And those are coagulated right in front of the natural expansion of the Zerg player. Zerg, 103 supplied. killerKoala is 91. We're all the Ravens right in front of the natural. It looks like they want to push out to do more damage. Because looky here, all it takes is 12 auto turrets to kill a base. Bet you didn't know that. Actually, probably less than that if some of these were more precisely positioned. However, these Ravens are going to be able to help secure the gold here for the Terran. Terran in a pretty good position, I must say. And are we going auto turret for a Ling here? It looks like we probably will because all the Ravens stopped. No. +3/+3 is now done for the Zerglings. This will make them more effective against auto turrets, but still, that many Ravens, very troublesome. And 2 Marines on the way at a time here. Just enough, it looks like, to fill up that bunker, and then we'll probably stop. Lings looking like they want to do another massive run by. Ravens actually have nothing to care about that. They're going to come in here and already preemptively dropping all the auto turrets in the kingdom. And they're going to kill this space right here because there is nothing to repair. But keep in mind, you could kill my 4th, but I'm going to kill your main. And that is the story of the day here. All these Lings are going to run back. But with their head between their legs, and look at all these auto turrets that have been dropped. 8, 16, 24, 30 auto turrets have been dropped now. Going to kill the macro hatch. It's going to kill the spawning pool. And 14 corruptors are on the way here. These lings not being very cost efficient against the auto turrets at all. Macro hatch is probably going to die. Would like to see him focus fire on the hive actually. But all these lings are going to eventually clean up here, but not before a lot of damage was done. 11,000 resources lost for the Zerg players, 7,000 lost for the Terrans. Such a weird game. I love casting killerKoala games because if I had a koala, I'd want him to be a killerKoala. That's pretty much the story of my life. Not at all. Who has the story of a life of a killerKoala? We do see that Viking been chilling up here the entire game because guess what? He's a boss. These 4 lings decide they want to do a little bit of a run by. Buddy, I don't think that's in your best interest. However, lings are going to come up here and scout for the 5th. Going to come down here and maybe pick off an SCV. And they are. How many SCVs have been killed in this game? Just for kicks, 10 for the Zerg. Or 12 for the Zerg, 10 for the Terran player here. Terran looks like he wants to reconserve there, or reclaim his 5th. Wow, if I could speak anymore. Been talking a lot today, as you can tell. Ling is going to come up here, and we'll catch back up with him in 3 years after he kills that Morphine Planetary Fortress. And as the game stands, 119 supply for killerKoala, 128 for that of Brobye. And all the Ravens are coming up here. They're going to probably come over here and snipe off the 4th. And that's like one of the only mining bases for the Zerg. This base mining, so never mind, I lied. He's got 3 mining bases. 3 and kind of a 3rd. And it looks like all the turrets are going to get a full ring here around the opponent's hatchery, and all these auto turrets are going to do so much damage. These drones are going to die. The hatch is going to die. And oh, looky there, Buckwheat. Looks like a lot of corruptors are going to take out a lot of these ravens actually. And the corruptor's doing a lot of damage there actually. 113 supply for killerKoala, 137 supply for Brobye. Greater Spire is on the way. That's an interesting decision here. And this base did die here for Brobye, and the corruptors that just spawned there might die as well. Yes, 2 of them absolutely will. 3 of them die. Yes, they will. And the corruptors actually dying left and right over here kind of carelessly. And don't fly right over top of the auto turrets. Okay, thank you very much. And where are the Ravens? Where did they go? There is a nice little supply here of Terran Air. I do like Terran Air. It feels Emba when you watch it from this perspective, doesn't it? And looks like we have the command center loading up. And looks like it's going to go over here and try to take this base. Pretty well protected because of these auto turrets. That, and I don't see the Zerg having the time or the resources to claim another base. Yes, he has 4,000, but he needs to be spending that in something. And he just spent a lot of it in Broodlords. I'm interested to see what he wants to do with these Broodlords. He could march them up. Yes, the Ravens can't hit them directly, but with the auto turrets, they can make the Broodlings essentially ineffective. With Hunter-Seeker missiles, they can make things essentially ineffective. 2 bases mining here for the Zerg. Let's check out the income tab. Terrence so far ahead in the income tab, so far ahead in the Harvester, 63 to 39. That should tell the story right there. But the army of Brobye has the potential to go to base trade. And I think it almost wins in a base trade here. If I could kill that tab with some kind of relative ease. And it looks like that auto turret is going to die at precisely the right time. Poor Overlord meeting his maker. Excuse me, I have to... Alright, I had to cough right there for a second, so excuse me. But Broodlords are now making their way in here, going to shut down the mining on this 3rd base. This Banshee's pretty cute. I have 8 life and I'm proud. This base is going to fall once again here for killerKoala. But is that enough? Because the army of killerKoala is making its way back down. Enough Vikings to effectively deal with all of this here. And then the Hunter-Seeker missiles could just blast away at that Brobye army. Mining still on these 2 bases just for Brobye here, while the Terran is trying to secure a 4th. I know his gold 4th did just die. And it looks like 1 Broodlord will fall straight away. And the Hunter-Seeker missiles are going to be so effective here. And oh my gosh, there they go. Hunter-Seeker missiles destroying everything. And Brobye being a Superman or bear about it. GG's and leaves the game. killerKoala wants to clean up shop there. Great game from him. Great use of the Raven. And great use of the Hunter-Seeker missile. Just destroyed the Brobye army. This has been me casting StarCraft 2. If you'll excuse my random word hiccups, I apologize for that. But if you liked the cast, if you liked watching more killerKoala, thumbs it up, subscribe. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. I'd really like to hear it. So follow me on Twitter at I'mJerman. Email me replays at I'mJerman or I'mJermanSC2@gmail.com. And subscribe to my channel. Cool. Thanks guys so much for watching. Have a great day.